Good afternoon. Good Saturday afternoon. And happy National Keto Day, by the way. So, we're coming into the new year. A lot of people are looking for those quick starts, those egg fasts, the bacon fast, the beef and butter fasts, the vegan whatever, this and that. Just remember, guys, what are those types of fasts? Those types of fasts are elimination fasts. I want to read to you something that I wrote today. And I apologize, it's taking me a second to find it. I wrote this today, and I just wanted people to know, I've been talking about these types of fasts for years, before these things were even a fast. And basically, why does an egg fast work, a beef and butter fast work, a bacon fast work? Just remember how long you have been consuming the very products food-wise that have been making you sick. So if you jump into something elimination-wise and you expect to know right away whether or not it's going to change the way you feel in just a few days, it won't, more than likely, and you'll miss it. What you should do is take out something that you suspect and remove it for an extended amount of time and see how it makes you feel. That's why I like the carnivore diet for 30 days, to eliminate everything and then start over fresh. Clean your body out and then slowly add something back in and track. If it makes me feel sick, if my body doesn't agree with it, I remove it and then I try something different and I track. These are elimination type eating styles. You have the same types of food over and over again, and it's easy to figure out what's causing your problem. No, I'm not necessarily for them or against them, but let's not keep trying to reinvent the wheel here. These are nothing new. And to think that one of the above is the next cure for lifetime youthness is silly, but can indeed tell you a story. The reason these work is because you're stripping everything out of your diet. It's not because there's any kind of magic here. It's not because you're getting any kind of different fat than what you were getting before or protein. It's simply because you're stripping everything out of your diet and you're minimizing everything down to just a few food sources. Now, all those people have come along with the beef and butter fast, the bacon fast, the egg fast. I've been talking about these types of elimination things for years, and in conversation it quickly gets overlooked. I remember the beginning of last year on my keto group that I was trying to build. I thought it would be a good idea to go on an extreme elimination form of keto to figure out what was exactly causing people's problems. How did I do this? Stop the bulletproof coffee equaled, people started losing weight. Stop cheese or limit. Same thing above, started losing weight. Reduce carbs to 20, just like Dr. Eric Westman recommends. Started losing weight. Eliminate diet soda. Same thing, started losing weight. Eliminate nightshades. Started losing weight. Reduce nuts because they're very inflammatory. Same thing, started losing weight. Reduce stress. Same thing, started losing weight. Essentially, by eliminating most of the things in people's diets, they got right back to losing weight again, which started to become an elimination type diet altogether. Back to animal products and very minimal vegetables. Elimination type diets work well because you get to figure out exactly what's causing the issue with you. And I always recommend people monitor their sleep, their mood, their blood pressure, their blood glucose, work productivity, cognitive function. Elimination type diets have always been a good answer to what's causing your problem, but again, while doing these, paying attention and documenting what's going on is key if you're going to do one of these types of fasts. Please keep a journal what's exactly going on. I see too many people going into one of these specifically for weight loss, and then they go right back to eating regular foods, and they don't pay attention to anything that was causing them to swell back up or be inflamed or gain weight. What's the point of doing one of these if you're not going to pay attention to exactly what's going on in your body? Please track and listen to what your body's saying when consuming off of one of these. When coming off of one of these elimination diets, it's very important to figure this out. Now, second part to this message. I had a lady message on my private keto group, and I'm glad she was able to share this with me. And I'm not going to tell you her name. I'm actually going to block her name out because it's nobody's business what her name is. Out of protection for her. But here is her post from my group today. So, let me read what it says. When I was 9 years old, my father had his first massive heart attack. We were back in the woods, we were a backwoods mountain family, hunting deer, elk, gardening, keeping chickens, and largely minding our own business. By the time I was 20, my father had 4 massive heart attacks, and he is the first person in the United States to have an LVAD device, and at the time, the longest survivor on that device, ultimately a transplant. My mother was a nurse and took cardiologist's words as law. Out went the salt, the deer meat, the elk, the pigs we raised were for pork went, and our vegetarian life on beans, soups, and low-fat saltine crackers made cardiologists applaud. We were doing what we needed to do to save our lives. I took it to the next level and was vegan. I'm not sure any doctor believed me, though. I base this on the fact that I was 260 pounds, 5 foot tall, and a vegan. Always they gave me the sly eye and asked me what I was eating. So I would go home, starve more, eat less, and try harder. I complained of pain. They patted my belly and told me it was my fault. My big tum-tum pulling on my back, go exercise more, eat less. I couldn't even get them to send me for a consultation to find out why I was in chronic pain starting in my 20s. Just simply patronized me or accused me of lying about what I really ate. My mental health suffered. I had chronic low-lying depression, bipolar disorder, and borderline personality disorder. It was finally determined 15 years after I started complaining of chronic pain that I had scleroderma. I don't even know how to say this thing. Scleroderma. Scleroderma, whatever. By the time I was 35, I was having a diabetic blood glucose readings. I was not stupid. I was an 11-year-old child listening to cardiologists that my family trusted and had our best interest at heart. The ideology of veganism is often cult-like, but it's not cult-like out of nowhere. They didn't invent these ideas themselves. They were told this was the healthier way to be, a more moral way to be. And who doesn't want that? Next time someone feels like bashing a vegan, they should remember people are only making decisions based on a larger society's influence, and that perhaps individuals aren't dumb, but our society is. 2016 and keto and carnivore since October of 17. No more autoimmune disease, no more diabetes, no more cane, no more husband putting my shoes on. Really ticked off at the establishment, though. Guys, if that's not a powerful statement, I don't know what is. I've lost 11 pounds in the last 2 weeks of going back carnivore. And that was from being keto. That was just simply what vegetables did to me. Bloated me, made me feel sick. I made it all the way back up to 281. I've lost 11 pounds in the last 2 weeks of going back carnivore, just because that's how bloated I was on vegetables. That's how gassy I was. That's how irregular I was with everything. Going to the bathroom 2, 3, 4 times a day, that's not normal. One good time a day is what it was. I don't understand where this whole make 2019 a year for better decision making. Realize that there are way more sick vegan people out there than there are healthy vegan people that you see on social media. This big smoke screen that you see on vegans fighting carnivores, carnivores fighting vegans is exactly what it is. This is why it keeps driving this whole vegan movement further and further. I'm not saying it's being driven further in a better direction, because I don't think that's the case. I think a lot of vegan people put out fake statistics and try to make people believe that it's actually moving further than what it is, so other young people will latch onto that and say, oh, I want to be part of this trend right now. I want to be part of this fad that's taking off. And then they realize a month, 2 months, 4 months later, why do I feel so sick? Lethargic, no energy, cold all the time. I don't feel good at all doing this. And then they're like, man, I should never follow that. The information's all around you. There are plenty of people living normal lives that don't look like Mick the Vegan, that don't look like Vegan Gains, they don't look like Happy Healthy Vegan or the Vegan Couple or any of that stuff. They look normal, like us, that have meat on our body, that are trying to get healthy, that have some muscle mass to them and stuff, that are strong people that can go out here and work and stuff like that, that don't look frail and look like they've been had a bucket of white paint poured over them. There's a reason why vegans look like that and we look like this. I'm not bashing them. I'm simply saying that I made poor dietary choices for so long that it finally caught up to me. And now I've been using carnivore and keto to actually get my life back together. And now I'm actually starting to look more muscular, more slender. I'm starting to actually thrive in my life. I'm doing things now that I've never done before by doing the exact opposite of what people should say that I should be doing. But according to them, this is anecdotal evidence, and my anecdotal evidence shouldn't matter. But I guess the 6 keto groups that I have and the thousands of people that are on them shouldn't matter either. And then there are even groups that crush mine in subscriber number wise that have hundreds of thousands of peoples. And there are many of these groups that do keto and carnivore, and I guess they're all lying too. I guess they just do this stuff because they're making it up, and vegans come forward and they just want to call our bullshit on stuff. Oh no, you're lying. You're not telling the truth. Your anecdotal evidence doesn't mean anything really, because I have a whole group full of people that post all their information to me privately, and I get to see all their lipid profile on their panels every year, multiple times throughout the year. And I get to monitor this stuff. So I guess my anecdotal evidence doesn't mean anything. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess I'm not smart enough to be able to stand up and talk to somebody and tell somebody what BS is and what the truth is based on my real life experience that so happens to be so valuable. The local giant library is sponsoring me to start speaking and talking about nutrition stuff. I guess I just don't know what I'm talking about. I guess I just don't have a knack for this in helping people get healthy. You know how many people I can show you testimonies on my groups that say, man, thank you for changing my life. Thank you for doing the things that you do. You've really helped me. You really helped me realize where the BS was and where the truth is, and I appreciate everything. What can I do to repay you? Nothing. Nothing. I'm not a perfect Christian, but I'm a Christian, and I believe in helping people and telling the truth and not lying. That's what I believe in. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. This is free information. You have to be charged for this stuff. Some guy the other day accused me of charging people for this information, and then possibly I haven't charged a single person. Nobody's ever given me money for help in the years that I've been doing this. Nobody has ever done that. I've helped people for free. I could go out here and charge people to be a keto coach and everything else. I can go out here and charge people to create meal plans and stuff. I've done it many, many, many times. Created meal plans for diabetics, women that have specific needs based on food allergies and stuff like that, men that have specific needs based on performance, women that have specific needs based on performance. I've done all that. I can do all that, the stuff that you see all these people on social media doing, but I choose not to do that because that's not where my work comes from. And my work comes from my work. I'm a master mechanic. I make my money doing that. And as a Christian, as a brother, a fellow human being, I feel like I should be witnessing to you, helping you heal, and not charging you for that kind of stuff. I don't see the need to do that. I get a regular job and give people free information because some people just can't wrap their mind around certain things. Some people need to be told what to do. Some people actually need the help. A lot of people can't figure it out on their own because they've never been shown that kind of direction to figure things out on their own. Guys, that's 2019. Let's make good choices here. Don't listen to all the dogma and the BS out there. Actually figure out what works for you and just live your life. That's it, guys. Appreciate y'all. God bless.